Unveiling the Cold Shoulder. Understanding, frozen out. Hello, dear learners. Today, we're going to warm up to a rather chilly phrase in English, frozen out. It's a phrase you might have encountered in conversations, books, or even movies. If you're curious about what this icy expression means and how to use it in everyday English, you're in the right place. Let's defrost the meaning together. When you hear the words, frozen out, the first image that might spring to mind is being out in the cold, shivering, and looking in at a warm room you can't enter. Literally, that's pretty close. But, in most conversations, this phrase is not about the weather but about social situations. To be frozen out means to be deliberately excluded, isolated, or ignored by others in a social setting or group. It's like an invisible barrier of ice has been put up between you and others. Let's melt down this concept with some examples. Imagine you're at work, and there's a group of colleagues that always go to lunch without inviting you. You could say, "I feel frozen out by my coworkers at lunchtime." Or maybe there's a conversation happening about a topic you're interested in, but when you try to give your opinion, no one acknowledges you. You could express this feeling by saying, "Whenever I try to speak up in the meetings, I get frozen out." If you're searching for other ways to express this sentiment, English has a plethora of phrases at your disposal. You might say you're being left out in the cold, shut out, or excluded. Each of these phrases evokes a sense of isolation and not being part of the group. When using phrases like frozen out, it's important to be aware of the context. You want to ensure that your listeners understand you're talking about social exclusion, not the temperature. So, if you're chatting with friends about a ski trip, and you say, "I was frozen out," they might think you're talking about the weather. Be clear by adding details. "I felt frozen out when I wasn't included in the game nights." I hope this exploration of frozen out has thawed any confusion and added a cool new phrase to your English repertoire. Remember, language is a window into culture, and understanding phrases like this helps you see more clearly into the English-speaking world. Keep practicing, and don't let the fear of making mistakes freeze you out from opportunities to improve. See you in our next video, and stay warm in your language learning journey.